For more reviews like this, subscribe to Film Companion. I am Aritra, and since Anupama is at Cannes right now, I am going to be reviewing Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2. The film begins with a fun-loving guy named Ruhan meeting a girl named Reet. Both of them instantly get along with each other. Destiny takes Ruhan to Rajasthan, Reet's ancestral home, which is haunted by Monjulika's ghost. What happens next forms the rest of the story. Let's break down this film by talking about each and every department of the cinema. To analyze the screenplay of Bhool Bhulaiyaa, we need to understand that there are two types of comedy films that have been successful in Hindi cinema in the 90s and early 2000s. One was the David Dhawan / Anis Bazmi school of comedy, where the films is full of episodes. It didn't have a proper screenplay. Every scene was treated as a stand-up comedy, and the camera used to capture as many people as possible. The other one, what we saw in the early 2000s, format of comedy, the Priyadarshan / Neeraj Vora kind of comedy, where the laughter comes from situations and there is a proper screenplay, which included certain elements like thrill. Bhool Bhulaiyaa Part 1 also falls in the latter category. Now coming to Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2, the film mixes these two formats. So there are some scenes which are episodic in nature and have no connections to the main story. There are certain scenes which get into the screenplay organically. The initial setup and the regular twists and turns are really good, especially the twist that comes in climax is really good. But the screenplay lags in certain portions, especially in the second half. The elements which are taken from the first installment actually don't add that much to the film, rather it should have been made as a standalone film. Now let's talk about the directorial department. Anis Bazmi has a tendency to play with the layers of information in a scene. If you remember the mall scene from No Entry or the pre-climax scene from Welcome, there are layers of information. Some information is given to the audience and the others to the characters. And then there is some information which comes as a surprise to both the audience and the character. So this style has been used in Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2 as well. Bazmi has broken the humorous scene with a horror scene and vice versa. But this treatment becomes a bit repetitive after a certain point, and the horror treatment is done in a very cliche manner. For a comedy to work, the performance needs to be convincing and innocent. Kartik Aaryan, with his charm and screen presence, makes you believe in the character. His performance really elevates in the climax of the film. And the other actor who has taken the written material from one level to another level is Tabu. She knows how to tune herself with the tune of commercial cinema and deliver a performance with absolute conviction. The main highlight of Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2 is definitely Tabu. Overall, Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2 is a decent watch.